Greetings. In this devotion, we'll be talking from the book of Galatians, and particularly there was a problem that was going inside the church of Galatia. And we'll start from this verse, which is chapter 2, verse from 20 to 21. I'll read. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. In the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. Therefore, I do not set aside the grace of God, for if righteousness came through the law, then Christ died in vain. So here, this is the gospel, that Christ died for me and for us, and we have been crucified with him on the cross, and now this life that we live in the faith of the Son of God. But there was another gospel which was emphasizing on circumcision and the law, and the Galatians were actually going off track. And Apostle Paul says that even if we or an angel from heaven comes and tells you a different gospel than we have preached, let him be accursed. And he talks to the Galatians like this: you began in the spirit, but now you are being perfected by the works of the law. What happened to you? In our Christian walk today, we can perfect ourselves by the law, not with the grace of God. What does the Bible say about the grace of God? God calls us, come boldly to the throne of grace. The moment we realize that, we can go to the throne of grace and take the grace of God, and we can live our lives in the grace of God. But what happens is we start living in our flesh, we start doing things and not go to the throne of grace. And what makes us is that we become a Pharisee in our life, and we start pointing out to other people. We start, condemning other people where we fell. We start to take comfort in others' failures and others, folly. But God is saying, come boldly to the throne of grace and take the grace of God, and do not lay aside the grace of God. If righteousness can be made perfect, it can be, gotten to me by my works and by my things, I cannot. That is in vain. Christ died in vain. That is the gospel, and this gospel we should not forget. If anyone comes to you with any other gospel, do not listen to them and have the grace of God in your life. Amen.